Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 favorite SMG loadouts in Warzone Season 5 after the mid-season update. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification. Let's jump right into the video. So we're going to be starting with number 5 for my favorite SMGs in the game right now, and this is the CX-9. It's a HIPFIRE build. I think it's better than the PPSH right now, and I would say it's the best HIPFIRE build in the game. So for my attachments here, we're using the 5mW laser for that hipfire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. We're using the CXFR stock here for movement speed and aim down sight speed. For the underbarrel, we're using Merc foregrip for recoil control and hipfire accuracy. For the magazine, we're using the 50 round drum. And then finally for my perk here, we're using sleight of hand. With the sleight of hand perk, this gun reloads extremely fast. It takes less than 1 second to reload, I'm pretty sure, which makes it really good. And also the hipfire on it is extremely good. The magazine on it is 50 rounds, so that's good enough to kill at least 2 people before having to reload. And then when you have to reload, the reload takes like less than a second, so it's really good. This is my 5th favorite SMG in the game right now, the CX-9 hipfire build. For number 4 here, we have the Marco 5. This is my least favorite aim down sight weapon right now out of all of the ones that I'm about to show you. This is the Marco 5 build here. We're using the recoil booster for that fire rate. And now there's a lot of discussion between which barrel to use here. You can use the Perfetto Lesto or the Amaretto 342. It depends on what you prefer. If you want more movement speed, then use this one, but you're going to have more recoil. If you want easier recoil but less movement speed, then use this one. I'm using the Amaretto for that recoil control, which is really helpful. And then for the optic here, we're going slate reflector. The stock, we're using the Amaretto FR. Underbarrel is the Mark 6 skeletal. 64 round drum, which is really helpful. Subsonic. Taped grip. And for my perks, I'm using Frenzy and Quick. So this is my least favorite aim down sight SMG right now, but it's still extremely good and extremely viable in the meta. Some people think it's the best SMG in the game right now. Not for me personally, but if you want to give it a shot, and let me know what you guys think. For my number 3 gun here, I'm using the MP40. Now there's 2 different builds for the MP40 depending on the barrel you want to use here, but I prefer this one right now. The recoil booster is the muzzle we're going to be using here. The barrel I'm using is the Krosnik 317mm. It makes the gun easier to control, so if you prefer that, use that. If you want more damage range and bullet velocity and limb damage, then choose the short barrel. Both of them are really good. Even with the short barrel, there's not that much recoil on this gun, so you can get away with it if you want more damage, but I prefer having the Krosnik 317mm barrel. This used to be the meta in Vanguard Season 1 for the MP40. And then for the optic here, you can use slate reflector if you prefer. I just prefer using the Krosnik iron stock right here, so that's fine, the iron sight. And then the stock here, I'm using the Krosnik 33M folding, Sprint to fire speed and movement speed, really helpful. Mark 6 skeletal for that ADS speed and movement speed. 45 round drum for recoil control, movement speed, aim down sight speed, and fire rate. Then we're going with the subsonic ammunition here. You can go with hollow point if you want more damage on it, and if you want more bullet velocity on it, you can go with lengthen, but all 3 of these are good options. And then for the rear grip here, I'm using tape grip for that movement speed. And then for my perks here, I'm using brace and quick. But for the perk brace here, if you think the recoil is fine on it, you can go with momentum to get more movement speed after kills, or you can get steady for ADS firing movement speed. It all depends on what you prefer here. You can really choose any perk you prefer. But yeah, this is my 3rd favorite SMG right now. It's actually extremely fun to use to go back to this old barrel here, because the dominant barrel has been the short one, but now they're both equally good, so it's up to your playstyle and what you prefer. So for my 2nd favorite SMG, it's going to be the Blixen right now. It used to be my favorite build, but now it's my 2nd favorite. For the Blixen build here, we're using recoil booster. For the barrel, you can use the Johnson 9-inch or the Bergstrom 17-inch, depending on which you prefer here. If you want more damage and more recoil, then go with the Johnson 9. If you want more recoil and less damage, then go with this one right here. but it's up to you depending on what you want. I don't think the recoil is too bad with the Johnson up close, so I just use that. But I'm testing out both and I'm trying them both out, so I'll figure out which one I prefer better. But for now, I prefer the Johnson 9-inch. And then for the optic here, we're using slate reflector. Remove stock for that movement speed, sprint to fire speed, ADS speed. We're using the SG98 compact for the underbarrel here. It gives us aim, walking, movement speed, and reduced scope, sway, and gun bob, which is nice. Then we're going with the 54 round Gorenko here. Ammunition, we're going lengthened for that bullet velocity. Taped grip. And then for my perks here, I'm using fleet and quick. So this is my Blixen build. It's pretty good, solid. I think it's the second best SMG in the game right now. But if you feel like the recoil is too much with the Johnson, then just switch to the Bergstrom 17-inch and you'll enjoy it a lot better. So that's my favorite, second favorite SMG. Let's go on to my favorite. So for number 1 here, I think it's the Armaguerra. This gun's completely destroying everyone in the meta right now. And here are my attachments. We're using the recoil booster. The barrel here we're using is the 570mm precision. Makes the gun really easy to control. We're using slate reflector for our optic. The TA skeletal stock here for movement speed, walking steadiness, and aim down sight speed, which is really nice. Underbarrel, we're going with the Mark 6 skeletal. The magazine, we're going with the 55 round mag. For the ammunition here, we're going with lengthened, but you can go with hollow point if you want more damage on it. I might switch to hollow point to see if it's worth it, because it has a lot of range with the lengthen on it. However, hollow point gives more damage, and I feel like it just needs a little bit more damage to be like extremely broken right now. For the rear grip, I'm using taped grip. And then for my perks here, I'm going with hard scope and quick. For perk number 1, hard scope gives us recoil control, which makes it easy to control our gun. And then finally, we're using quick for that sprint speed. Now, I think this is the best SMG in the game right now. Completely destroys everyone. It used to be a 60 round mag before the mid-season update, but now they dropped it down to 55. That's kind of a nerf to it, but if it had those extra 5 bullets, it would be extremely broken right now. But you can switch the magazine to the 64 round mag if you do prefer so. But I like it the way it is. 55 round mag is the best in my opinion, and this gun is extremely broken right now, and definitely my favorite SMG in the game. So if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check me out on YouTube Live, I stream there. Check me out on TikTok, I stream there as well. And make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. If you have any questions in the comment section, leave a comment. And make sure to turn the notification bell on, because it'll notify you when I am streaming or when I am uploading a new video. So thanks for watching, guys. Peace!
So we chop it, so we do it. This is when you come fill up down the street, alright.